Hello everyone, my name is Roboverse. In mere days from now, the Harry Potter cast will finally reunite to celebrate over 20 years since the first movie came out. We're all happy about the latter. In celebration of such a pivotal event, and a pivotal milestone at that too, I figured that posting this video was the right thing to do. Today, we'll be looking at which actors, from Harry Potter of course, were perfectly cast for their roles in this series. All of them did an outstanding job bringing the characters from the books onto the big screen itself. In fact, some of them played the characters so perfectly to the point where they essentially became synonymous with them. Even though I won't be able to mention all of the actors in this video, I'll still mention the ones who were the most outstanding of the bunch. As always, this video is my own dumb opinion, and feel free to pursue a different opinion than mine. But without further ado, let's get on with it. Starting off, we have Alan Rickman as Snape. I may not be the biggest fan of Snape, but I still can't deny that he played the character very well. His intimidating, strict, and grumpy personality on screen was a good fit for Snape, not to mention their resembling appearances. From the very first moment we saw him on screen, he truly caught the eyes of plenty of fans, and we only saw his performance become all the more remarkable as the series progressed. He unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, but he still left behind such a huge legacy that the majority of the fandom will never forget about. Next up, we have HBC as Bella. She may have been introduced later on in the series, but even still, she acted with such cruelty and insanity on the big screen. From her sheer strength to such evil laughter, it all leaves me speechless and at a loss of words every time I watch it all. I don't know how in the world she managed to do it, but HBC was and is extremely talented as an actress. And overall, she evoked such pure evil and chaos to the point where I would say that the character she played, aka Bella, is the one villain that I would utterly fear the most. Let's take a look at Tom Felton, who played Draco. Like Snape, I'm not a big fan of Draco, but I'd still say Tom was a great fit for him. Loads of fans around the world think that the two of them are one and the same, and even Tom himself has remained proud and passionate about playing the character. In fact, one of the main reasons why I respect Tom is not only because of the latter, but also since he's remained passionate towards Harry Potter as a whole. If you look at his Instagram, he continues to make daily and weekly posts that are Harry Potter related, in addition to all the other stuff he's been doing. But besides that, Tom still made the most of his role while on screen, and it's no wonder why he's one of the most popular actors in Harry Potter. What about the dreamy girl we all know and love? Well, I'd say that Ivana was definitely a perfect fit for Luna. She may have been introduced later on in the series, but from the amount of time she was given on screen, she still made the most of bringing her character to life. She injected such a sweet, kind, and caring personality when playing Luna in the movies. So much so, to the point where even in the most dire or extreme situations, she's still able to remain calm. Not to mention the fact that Ivana was a huge fan of Harry Potter before auditioning for the role, and was able to fit in extremely well with the rest of the cast. And now we move on to the Golden Trio. All of the three actors I'm about to mention are the ones who definitely played their roles perfectly, without a doubt. So we might as well start off with Rupert. While there does remain a lot of debate over Ron, one thing that nearly everyone can agree on is that Rupert truly played Ron well. Not just because of their matching ginger hair, but also since he brought a large sense of emotion and conflict towards the character as the series progressed. We saw both his bright and dark moments, and Rupert made such moments all the more compelling with his acting. He even mentioned at one point that the line between Ron and him grew closer and closer for each film. Overall, Rupert will always be seen as Ronald Weasley in the eyes of the fandom. Daniel Radcliffe was, unsurprisingly, the perfect fit for Harry. They both looked exactly alike, from their matching black hair to iconic glasses. Being the lead actor for such a highly acclaimed franchise is definitely not an easy role to take on. There's so much they must go through, from spending hours on set to taking their acting towards unprecedented levels. And Dan, despite all of the years of hard work and obstacles standing in the way, still managed to accomplish all of that as Harry. He braved through everything and gave it his all with fierce emotion in regards to acting. Loads of people know very well how Dan is essentially irreplaceable. Even the actors themselves know. And even though Dan is clearly the one who has aged the most in comparison to the rest of the cast, as he's grown out a full-on beard, in addition to brown hair, he'll always be the legend who played Harry no matter what. But in my opinion, the actress who played her role with outstanding perfection was Emma Watson. Is this really a surprise? From her cute introduction on the Hogwarts Express to her stunning appearance at the Yule Ball, Emma perfectly nailed it. Not to mention the amount of pivotal moments we saw throughout her character arc. I truly can't imagine an alternate scenario or universe where Hermione was cast as somebody else, because in reality, no one can suit her besides Emma, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the fandom realizes that. I mean, just look at the controversial backlash her character got in Cursed Child. That alone illustrates just how incredibly similar Emma and Hermione have become in the eyes of the fandom. And yes, I am aware that there are some book-to-film discrepancies regarding her, but to me, that still doesn't stop Emma from being the best fit. If no one can picture anybody other than RDJ as Iron Man or James Earl Jones as Darth Vader, then Emma and Hermione are definitely not and will never be an exception to this rule. Before I end things off with the outro of this video, I'm going to give a quick honorable mention to Bonnie Wright, who played Ginny in the movies. Although Ginny wasn't particularly a major character and is somewhat of a controversial one to talk about, Bonnie was still a great fit for her. She still did what she could on screen despite not having a major part to play until the 5th, and to a lesser extent, the 2nd movie, and her efforts are certainly admirable. Anyways, those are the 7 Harry Potter actors that were cast perfectly for their roles. It's so amazing to see that even to this very day, pretty much all of the actors and actresses are still proud of their accomplishments, from bringing their characters to life to being seen in the Harry Potter movies. Again, like I mentioned at the start, this is all my opinion. I know I didn't get to mention plenty of other individuals that definitely deserve all the praise they can get, so in your opinion, which other actors should be added to this list? Feel free to name any of them in the comments down below. But until then, I hope you liked watching this video, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everyone.